Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Real Heroes Show. I'm Cory, and in today's video, we're going to go over 5 things that you might have missed in that new trailer for The Eternals coming from Marvel Studios in this November. Let's dive right in. Okay, so, in the very first scene of this trailer, we see a group of primitive people on a shore, just living out their lives. Then seemingly, out of nowhere, a large and very technologically advanced ship shows up. This is a fun nod to the myth of the 3 ships, where the people on the shore are unable to see those ships, since they're so different from the life and culture they live that their brains literally cannot process it. Which makes sense if a bunch of gods just happen to show up in an alien spacecraft thousands of years in the past. Cersei in this film is played by Gemma Chan in her second go-around in the MCU. She was previously a Kree in Captain Marvel. She is, according to Kevin Feige, the closest thing that this film has to a main character, and appears to be in a romantic relationship with Icarus, who's played by Richard Madden of Game of Thrones fame, but you should really watch him in the BBC series Bodyguard just to see how good he can really be. They're shown in the same pose 3 different times, all in what seem to be different times in history, which is another nod to the idea of mythology, where the basic idea is that the same stories get told time and time again, but with slightly different context. Now, this mythology could end up being broken in this film by Cersei falling in love with Dane Whitman, who ironically enough is played by Kit Harington, who is Richard Madden's brother, Jon Snow, on Game of Thrones. This is a great segue into the third thing that you may have missed, and that is the song that plays during this trailer. That song is entitled End of the World and is by Skeeter Davis. It's pretty obvious from those lyrics that this is a breakup song, which could foreshadow the end of Icarus and Cersei's relationship, but it also may foreshadow something quite a bit bigger that comes from the comics. So, in the comics, the Celestials visit different planets and conduct 4 tests, which they refer to as hosts. I'll spare you the details, there's a lot that goes on during these 4 tests, but the important part is that on Earth we end up with humans, Eternals, and Deviants. The Deviants will likely have a villainous presence in this film, they're genetically not quite right. And in the 4th and final host, the Celestials determine whether a species and its planet are worthy, or if they should be destroyed. This could tie into the End of the World song, and the line in the trailer about the Eternals never interfering, until now. Next, we see Thena, played out by Angelina Jolie, training on Babylon with the weapons that she can conjure out of cosmic energy. However, if we look in the background of one of these shots, we can see a shield that looks rather familiar. A round shield with a star in the middle. Now, is this just a nice nod to Captain America? Is it another mythology nod? Or is it just coincidence? We'll have to wait until November to find out. Lastly, one of the big theories on the internet right now is that at the beginning of this film, the Eternals will not know who they are and the powers they possess, which would kind of explain away why they didn't show up to help the Avengers fight Thanos in both Infinity War and Endgame. Some things that might back this up in the trailer include Kingo, who's played by Kumail Nanjiani, living the life of a Bollywood actor, Cersei looking slightly confused in multiple different parts of history, Phastos, played by Brian Tyree Henry, wearing street clothes, and Makari, played by Lauren Ridloff, speed reading. Perhaps she's doing that speed reading to catch herself and the entire team up on what has happened while they've all been living these lives that aren't their own. So, there you have it, folks. 5 things that you might have missed in that brand new Eternals trailer. Obviously, there's a whole lot to be excited about. This movie looks very, very different from anything we've seen from Marvel so far. It has a visionary director and an incredible cast that looks to fill it out. Really excited to check this out in November and see if any of these things end up coming true. But until then, we'd love to hear from you. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of this trailer, and if there was anything you saw in there that you think we might have missed. If you want to help out the channel, please go ahead and like the video. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, and then definitely make sure to click that notification bell so that way you don't miss any future content from us. But until next time, we'll see you guys in the next video.